What is up, everybody? This is your boy AJTRIP, and welcome to my video game talk. We're gonna review WWE 2K24. It came out over the weekend. If you had early access, if you pre-ordered it, you got early access like myself. It came out last Monday night. So we're gonna sit and talk about some of the things that are going on with this new game. And listen, WWE 2K24 are like most of the games in the sports genre. They're the same game, but you make little tweaks here and there. You try to change things, and for that I understand, because if you can get the look right and get the gameplay right, then you only need to, every now and then change a few things here and there to make the game. And at some point with these sports franchises, NBA 2K, WWE 2K, Madden, MLB The Show, which is coming out in a couple of weeks, and I'll have a review for that. For those who like the soccer, FIFA, these games at some point are going to just like make a game, and the only thing that happens with the game is have updates, and you can just update it, and maybe that'll be for like a future systems like PlayStation 6 or maybe PlayStation 7 in the future, things like that. But at some point, that's gonna happen because they're gonna get the game and get the game correct, and then just make updates that you can upload and things like that. So that for the thing, maybe you just have an upload every year. And hopefully you wouldn't have to pay like $59 for like the upload for something like that. Maybe you just pay like $19.99 or something like that and get a new patch or a new upgrade, something like that. So for things that can be changed. Hopefully that's where we're going to that in the future. Hopefully like that. We already see it apparently with the AEW wrestling game. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to make a game and then have things where they can patch in new wrestlers, patch in new outfits, new updates, and things like that. That was one of the things that I heard about the video game that I liked. I liked hearing. I liked to hoping those sports games will come to that. Patch in new rosters, patch in new wrestlers, WWE 2K, things like that. Patch in the new seasons and the new schedules every year, things like that. But let's go ahead and let's get to talking about WWE 2K24. Again, basically the same game. Brevia new rosters. Brock Lesnar and Vince McMahon are not playable characters in the game. At least, well, they're not sort of playable characters. Brock Lesnar is a playable character in showcase mode, which, by the way, they there were some things that they didn't talk about in showcase mode. They didn't mention Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle was going to be in it. They didn't mention that Brock Lesnar and Undertaker are going to be in it from WrestleMania 30. So that's neither here nor there. But all in all, it's the same game as years before, but there's still things that they're just not working on. I think one of the things that fans like myself, we talk about Madden and we talk about WWE 2K, we talk about NBA 2K. There are things with the game that we won't change, but it seems like they don't change. It seems like they just focus on the things that focus on the microtransactions. And WWE didn't have this problem up until last year when they brought in the My Faction stuff. My Faction stuff may even been in 2K22. But so that you can buy things and cars and do online things. And that's really one of the things that they really need to get rid of. All games need to get rid of some of the casual stuff, storyline stuff. But WWE 2K24, they really need to get rid of My Faction and My Rise. I don't know how many people play it. I don't know how many people enjoy it. But to me, focusing on those two things takes away from the other parts of the game, and particularly universe mode, in which they really need to try it up and revamp. Now, I know some people say, well, we now have my GM mode. You really need to play universe mode. And listen, I was one of the ones that I didn't want in my GM mode. I didn't want it. I didn't particularly care for it. I thought it was, ridiculous. But in 2K22, it was a great addition. I would say that. I did have fun playing it. And the GM mode has gotten better and better. And now this time they added more GMs and more power cars and added other things to the thing so that you can have a more encompassed experience playing it, and it's a lot of fun. But I do think that universe mode is something that is great because that's where you can be creative. There are many people out there, they want to create their own federations. They want to create their own things, or they want to do something where they create AEW, they create, Ring of Honor, GCW, or any other real organizations, and they do that with Universe Mode, New Japan Pro Wrestling. And that's how they do it. So many people play Universe Mode, but it's just, there's still tons of things that they still have gotten wrong. The two main things is, one, you still cannot import your for play roster into universe mode. Like, when the fuck are you gonna realize that that's what you got to do? Because if you are like me, you come around and you do it for roster, and then maybe you add something, maybe okay, you've got Santos Escobar with the LWO. He's not with the LWO anymore. He has his own faction that he's brought back in the Vital Fantasma. Except now it has Angel and Umberto as his side guys. Okay, so that's what I create. That I take Santos from the LWO and I create the Gato del Fantasma with those three, but I can't import it into universe mode. I can't. I can't. I can't do anything. I can't. I break up the Brawling Brutes because that's what it is. Because we now have Tyler Bate and Butch, or now it's Pete Dunne, and now they're the new Catch Republic. I make them a tag team. Sheamus is obviously still recovering from injury. Rich Holland is now in NXT. So I break up the Brawling Brutes. Go to universe mode. They're still a team. Come on, guys. What are we doing here? Get your shit together. And the second one is, we still have premium live events on Sundays. Which, okay, listen. The WWE has started doing premium live events on Saturday. Really? I believe the only premium live event that was on Sunday this past year, 2023, was Night 2 of WrestleMania. So why are we still putting the WWE premium live events on Sunday when they're on Saturday? Especially when, we have, most of the NXT premium live events are on Sundays as well. Only one is on Saturday is Stand and Deliver. So, to me, that's still some of the things that they still need to, that they've got to fix that with universe mode. And when you do universe mode, we also need to have the ability, to have it more customizable. And one big thing I think is the option to keep it the way it is, where it's a brand split, or to merge everything and to have it where there's only one men's champion, or there's one women's champion, and you can still kind of do that in a way where all thing you do is you just put everybody on. You put everybody on Raw, and you put everybody on SmackDown, and then you can edit the titles for each show. So each show has the same titles. You can still do that, but just maybe make it easier on everybody by just having it where you can just select it. So when you select universe mode, and I would say this, maybe they should get rid of superstar mode, because I've tried to play superstar mode and that wasn't too fun. So just get rid of superstar mode. Keep it as the way where it's just like the brands and you're playing as the brands, and keep it that way. And then just have the option to split brands or do everything. Or if you want to give us the option to control a superstar or two during your universe mode, maybe that's something you can say. It's like, okay, so you can customize your universe. You can still customize it. Do everything that you want to. If you want to create your own federation and things like that, you can. But every other thing will be simulated, other than the match that you have selected your superstars. And you can maybe just opt to select up to 5 or whatever. To control doing that universe mode. But it's still customizable. You can still edit the matches, make the matches, edit, do all that things, but it's all simulated except for the matches that are, instead of the ones that you control your superstar in. So maybe you do that. But yeah, to have the option to maybe merge the titles back in, or to keep them brand splitted would be, I think, a just do addition to universe mode. Also, with the rivalries, you have the single rivalries, and you now have the tag team rivalries. But sometimes the rivalries involve multiple people. They involve 3 or 4 people sometimes. Like we're kind of seeing right now that this looks to be like a possibility on Monday Night Raw, where you have Nia Jax, you have Liv Morgan, you have Becky Lynch, you have Rhea Ripley. And they seem to be circling around each other. Now, I don't know if they're going to change that match into a 4-way match, or if they're just going to continue down this way and lead to a Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley match. I'm not sure what they're going to do. My guess would be that, yes, they're still going to have a one-on-one match between Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. However, Nia Jax and Liv Morgan are in their universe. So, yes, having a 3 or 4-way rivalry could work. And you can have it end up being a triple threat match, or a fatal 4-way match, or even still just have it where it end up being 2 different matches. It end up being 2 different matches where you would have Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch, be one, and then you also have Nia Jax and Liv Morgan, and then the whole feud blows off or whatever. So that's something to think. They also need to add to universe mode as well. One last thing here with universe mode, and this is a universe mode thing, but this is also like an exhibition mode thing. I like this. I would like the ability to save the custom matches. So you can. So we know in exhibition mode you can. Let's go back. Actually, there's an ability to create a match. And you can do that from the creation screen. And when you create a superstar, you can create arena, yada yada. You can also create a match, which is fine. But sometimes, when you're doing an exhibition or when you're doing universe mode, you have an idea for a match to help with the rivalry, or just have a fun type of match, and if it's something where, okay, well, we got 6 guys here, and this is, and then we can put them in a we can put these guys in, get like a type of match here where it's elimination, falls count anywhere, and it's only knockouts are, or you can only knock your opponent out. You can't pin or submit them. No disqualifications, no count outs. You can only knock them out. And then they just start, okay, and then let's do that. And then, so you do that. But and you play it in exhibition or in universe mode, but then you can't save it. You can't go back to it. And then maybe you might forget how you did it or whatever. So I think the ability to save your custom matches from not only universe mode, but also from the exhibition play. I think it's totally an easy way to do it. So like when you do the match options of the match, and then you create all of that, then all you need to do is just at the end, when you create it, have the screen popped up and have it say save. And save it, and you name it, and you save it, and then that screen pops up, and you've seen it before where it says save for roster play or any universe and all of the universe slots. And you can do that too. You can create the match, save it for roster play, and then also save it for for play or exhibition mode, and then also save it to your universe so that you can use that match type in your universe modes. That's something that also needs to be added as well. And then the same thing goes when you're inside universe mode. When you're inside universe mode and you create a match and you draw the match options and you name it, things like that, and then it can pop up. Would you like to save this for play? Save this for the other universe slots you have open. And the answer would be yes. So I think that's something that's also need to be added to not only universe mode, but for the play mode as well. Saving your custom matches that you create on the fly. So here are a few things that I've seen as I've played the game that just it seems different from games in the past. One, the ref count is faster. And I'm talking about for the outside count, the 10 count. Sometimes the referee would go 1, and then he'd take a step, and then and it'd be like 3 seconds before he'd say 2. This one seems to be a lot more rhythm counts. They go 1, 2, 3. It's almost more in a more natural type of rhythm. So I like that the ref count for the outside is a little bit faster. Also, I think that also helps. Maybe I'm guessing that's probably a way of online play. And I don't do the online play, but my guess would be is that more strategic players have they've taken advantage of that the long pauses in between the counts, and then they get the opponent stunned when it's 9, and then they hurry up and run in the ring, or 8 or 9, and then they run into the ring to get the cheap victory. So I definitely totally understand that. In multi-man Iron Man matches, the AI breaks up the pin a lot more. Now, I was trying to remember. I can't necessarily remember if this has been a thing in the past. Where the AI would break up the pin. I want to say I don't think it has been because I just talked about creative matches. I create a lot of matches, and I create like a lot of Iron Man, multi-man Iron Man matches where it's 25 minutes and it's false count anywhere and it's all things like that. So I create a lot of matches. Multi-man Iron Man matches, and it's and it seems like that like they didn't break up pins. They let the pins happen because it's an Iron Man match. But now the AI breaks these pins up. Um, especially if somebody is in the lead. If somebody is in the lead, somebody has 3 falls, and everybody else has 1, and somebody's going for the second, they will try to run and break up the pinfall so that, you know, they stay in the lead, which is, I think, is smart, and I like that. Again, if this is a new feature, I can't remember if this is a feature or not, but this is a new type of feature. I love it, and I think that's a new added touch to this game. I think that's a good one as well. I like the fact that they've added now several levels of the blood, and you start with like a little scrape, and then as the person gets beat down, it gets more and more to the point to where he can now stain the floors, and he can now stain the mat of the loss of so much blood, which is very, very interesting, you know, and I think that's something incredible for the video game, you know, and as the WWE is, you know, still not a blood wrestling organization, it is still fun to be able to do it for the video game, just for those older people like myself who remember the days of the bloodbaths that used to go down in WWE in the 2000s. So. Oh yeah, I think that's a very good one as well. And then I truly did enjoy so much the new entrances. I think it's fun. I love the fact that they still are doing that and still making it a thing. That adding things to entrances, trying to make it realistic. I think that's a fun, good thing, and I love that as well. The addition of the gauntlet match, now I have not played the gauntlet matches yet. Something that I wanted to do, and I haven't got the chance to do, and I'll talk about that in a second. Why I haven't got the chance to do, but like the gauntlet matches, I played the casket match. I have played the ambulance match. Fun new match types. I love the fact that they're adding new things like that. I love the fact that they've added the gauntlet match. Because WWE has been like known for their gauntlet matches since WrestleMania 35 and since before WrestleMania 35, I should say, with the whole Kofi Kingston thing, running a gauntlet match, and then had them in a New Day running a gauntlet match, try to get Kofi into the main event, or get in the main event, or get him into something, whatever. But yeah, so I love that. But one match I would like for them to bring back is 3 Stages of Hell, and I just think that they don't do the 2 out of 3 fall matches too often in WWE, and they definitely don't do 3 Stages of Hell anymore. But I think that's, again, if you're going to add all of these other matches, bring back the 3 Stages of Hell. So you can select for each fall the match stipulation. And then if you add that in with the custom matches or the custom rules, that could be even better. So I think they need to bring back the 3 Stages of Hell. Now, I mentioned that, I didn't get the opportunity to do the gauntlet matches. Like I said, I pre-ordered it, so I've had this for just a little under a week. And one of the reasons why I don't is because it takes so friggin' long to create wrestlers. And I think this is one of my biggest gripes with WWE 2K24 is how long it takes for you to create wrestlers. Now I am somebody that I create myself, and I create other wrestlers, in the game, and I want to do that because I think that's fun. I don't do custom seasons and universe mode or anything like that. I don't. I just create a lot of wrestlers because I like to have a lot of new things and a lot of new. I just like to create a wrestler, thing. So. But when it comes down to it, takes too long because there are a lot of things that you know that you do. You have to create your superstar. Then you have to create your entrance. You have to create your victory. You have to create your moveset. And I think what they could do is they could streamline this. They could streamline this so quickly, right? So let's just do this. Let's go to the actual creating of the wrestler. This year, the templates were awesome. There were a lot of templates, and I used several of those templates to, you know, when creating my wrestler. I loved it, and I think that was great. And I think there should be more, you know, templates to be created, you know, for that very reason, men and women. I think that's fun. But along with those create templates, I think should also be the templates for, like, you know, like the character's personality, or the character, or the wrestler's moveset and everything like that, right? Because when you go to create an entrance, now this year was different. This year there was like no easy and advanced, which to me it was just like the advanced way, and to me that's way too much. Go back to doing it easy and advanced. So, you know, when it was on easy, you would select a template, and it was just that template, and they would just do the thing. You walk down, things like that, and all the motions and things like that. Which, by the way, they need to have new motions. They need new music. They need everything. I'm tired of, you know, some of these same old things. Now, if you want to keep those, that's fine. But every year, you should add 20 to 25 new motions, new musics, you know, new victory animations, all of those things that go and have those coincide with the theme. So, if you do like an easy creation of a wrestler, and maybe you go down and you're looking at all the templates and things like that, and maybe it has let's just say, you know, Southern Texas, you know, as the name of the template. Southern Texas. And maybe that template is somebody walking out there with a hat, a straw in his teeth, and he's, you know, doing the thing like he's a cowboy or something like that. He's walking to the ring like a cowboy. You know, there's something like that. And you select that, and then also have that as a victory motion, where it's a Southern guy, and maybe what he does, he goes over to the corner, he picks up his hats, he picks up that thing of straw, and he stands in the middle of the ring, holding his chaps or his jeans and things like that, you know, and then maybe he's doing like like the thing, the lasso, yeehaw, and then all that stuff. Yes, new motions. Just add new motions. Because the same motions are the same ones, and I know we get new motions. I know some people say, "Well, that's what advanced is for." You know, fine, yeah, that's what advanced is for. But again, myself, and again, I say this: there are many others who are, you know, who are doing like major league, who are, you know, creating, you know, tons of wrestlers, and they're creating their own federations of full of created wrestlers, right? And they're doing this, you know, and I'm sure they're creating as many people as I'm creating, but they don't want to sit through and, you know, and just go through each and every motion, you know, each and every motion, and you know, and pick and choose from this one and that one. Maybe if you're doing 1 or 2 or 3, you know, creative wrestlers, that's fine. But when you're doing 20, 25 for these, for these, expanded universes, that takes way too long. So let's just streamline it. And then let's talk about the move sets, because the move sets are actually fine. They're actually fine. But what happens is when it gets down to the taunts, there are way too many fucking taunts. There should be 6 taunts for the for the person. There should be 6 taunts. There's a taunt for the there's a taunt for the crowd, right? There's a taunt for the crowd. There's a taunt for the opponent. There's a wake up taunt, and that's and that's your directional pad, on your directional pad. Okay, so that's you taunt that way. There should be a taunt for there should be a taunt for the standing on the top rope. Just one taunt. There's like 3. For some reason, you're gonna need to have 3 fucking taunts sitting on the top rope. No, you don't. It's one taunt. There's a corner, multiple for corner taunts. No, again, one taunt when you're in the corner. And then, and then if you want to have 6 taunts, I don't even know what the 6th taunt would be. Maybe it's the taunt, maybe it's your finisher taunt or whatever. Like Undertaker does the slow neck thing, or Shawn Michaels goes to the, starts tuning up the band or whatever. And I know they do that with the move. That's when you finish the move, that's happened. When you select the finisher, that's what happens. But whatever. But it doesn't need to be so many goddamn taunts. Again, streamline it. Streamline it down. 6 taunts at the most. 6 taunts at the most. That's all it should be. And you need new taunts too. Again, to go along with the streamline of the thing. So again, if you select, if you select at the create a wrestler screen, if you select your character to be Southern Texas, then when you go to the taunts will be Southern Texas, and then he'll be like the rodeo. Maybe he'll be walking around like a cowboy in the ring or something like that. Or he'll be doing things that you consider to be like with a cowboy or somebody who's from Southern Texas. I don't know, but that's what the whole thing would be. So that when you select Southern Texas from the from the create a wrestler screen, then everything goes. You can go to the you'll have a Southern Texas entrance. You'll have a Southern Texas victory. Hell, you can even have a Southern Texas moveset. That would be okay too. Or if you worry about the moveset, the movesets, then have more custom movesets, right? If you're gonna stick with Striker, Technician, Powerhouse, and High Flyer, that's totally fine. I think those are things as well. Then the moveset, then there should be like 10 movesets for each, for each thing. There's 40 movesets. 10 for Striker, 10 for Technician, 10 for Powerhouse, 10 for High Flyer. And then you can do that. And speaking of that, as I go back to the movesets, I've been asking for this for a long time. Because at one point they did do this. They did do this to the point where, moves that were regular moves that were done in just like the regular flow of the matches. Those were those. And then you had the signature and finishers that were, you can go to heavy grapple and change your move from pendulum backbreaker to stone cold stunner. Which you can now. You can change it from pendulum backbreaker to stunner or stone cold stunner or something like that. You should do that. You need to get back to that where the finishers are the finishers. And I'm nice for this as well. If a person has a finisher, that shouldn't be that shouldn't be available for your creator wrestler. It should be blacked out so so that you can. So because people don't have the same moves, you know, for the most part. Sure, every now and then, you know, we've got Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes both doing pedigrees, and we got Seth Rollins and Finn Balor both doing sling blades and things like that. But for the most part, and we've got Braun Breaker, we've got Charlotte Flair, we've got Roman Reigns doing spears, yes. But for the most part, we don't have people doing like the same finishing moves or same signature moves. So if you go to the signature, you know, Spear 3 should be blacked out because that's Braun Breaker's spear. Spear 6 should be blacked out because that's Roman Reigns' spear. Spear 10 should be blacked out because that's Charlotte Flair's spear. Or have it so that even if you don't black it out and you still select it, again, if you're somebody like me, maybe you don't want to give somebody the same move. Have it so that it is told who owns that move. So if it's Spear 3, next to it, next to the on the bar, it'll say Braun Breaker. So Braun Breaker has that spear. And Spear 6, Roman Reigns has that spear. Spear 10, Charlotte Flair has that spear. Spear 12, Bobby Lashley has that spear. So, spear, back in the day, Spear 1, Edge would have that spear. You know what I'm saying? Or Jay Uso now spears too. So, Spear 1, Jay Uso, that's Jay Uso's spear. So that you can have the option, if you wanted to use Jay Uso's spear or not use Jay Uso's spear. You see what I'm saying? These are things that need to be added to the create a wrestler, taken away from the create a wrestler. All these things would make this a much better overall creation suite, in my opinion. So I believe that is it. I think I've talked about everything I wanted to talk about. When I do these reviews, usually, I write things down, but sometimes I will forget to write something down and come back later and say, well, I should have said this, or I'll continue playing and then I'll find something out later and says, well, this is. And this is one of the reasons why, like the same day reviews or the same, a review before it drops or a review like right after it drops. I don't understand how you can review a game, that quickly, because you got to get in depth with the game. I know when your review is like a week late or something like that. It's, but I want to go through I want to try to go through as much of the game as I possibly can. I said it earlier. I haven't even done a gauntlet match yet. I don't know how that feels to do the gauntlet match. And maybe I'll play it later when I'm online. I will be streaming Wwe 2K again. I didn't talk about showcase mode. I'm played a couple through the showcase mode. And I'll be doing some of that today as well in showcase mode, and I'll try to play other things, but on my twitch.tv/AJTRIP20 down in the comment section, the link is, but not in the comment section, in the description box. But yeah, it's so much. So I that's why my reviews are always like a week to 10 days after, because I want to go through the entire game. Now, there's a new game dropping today, Contra, Operation Gulaga, which the demo was awesome. But I should actually have a review of that, in a couple days. So be on the lookout for that. Click the notification bell to get my review of Contra Operation Gulag when that drops. But as for my review of Wwe 2K24, listen, the game is fun. There are new additions that will make it better, and my gym mode is great. Showcase mode has been fun to play. Again, we talked about the pros and cons of universe mode, and why things are still, things need to change in that. And we talked about creating a wrestler, while that's still fun, exciting. It would also be great to be able to streamline that as well. But see, overall, it's still a fun game to play. So you're gonna have a lot of fun doing it, especially if you and your buddies are doing my GM mode or you're doing universe mode and things like that. If you do the online play and things like that, that could be fun as well. But again, I think until they do some of the things with universe mode and do the things to create a wrestler, I can't give this game anything better than 4 stars. And that's just unfortunate, because I think this is a truly fun, faster game. And during my time of reviewing video games, I don't think I've ever given a video game 5 stars. And I would like to, because WWE 2K24 almost feels like it should be like 5 stars. So Madden feels like it should be 5 stars. NBA 2K feels like it should be 5 stars, but they don't fix some of the other things that they need to fix to make it a 5-star game. That's why you can only give it what it is. So again, 4 stars. But let me know down in the comment section what you think. What do you think about WWE 2K24? Please let me know down in the comment section. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, twitch.tv/AJTRIP20. We will be live streaming some more of WWE 2K24 today. And also, in the next couple of days, we'll be doing some, when Contra, the full game of Contra drops out, we'll be live streaming that as well. So make sure you go over there to twitch.tv/AJTRIP20. Follow, click that notification bell. When I go live, it'll pop up on your phone or your tablet or on your computer, whatever. So there you have it. Alright guys, this is your boy, AJTRIP, signing off. As always, be good to each other. Be careful out there. And I am out.